Awesome.
What's up, everybody? Let's see.
So Teddy and I have been working a lot together on the side. I guess more of a, mentoree type of deal
Yeah.
over the last several months. And he is very close in style to my trading style. I trade strictly from the order book versus the technical analysis and the charts. And my biggest reason for that is the charts are things that have already taken place. The order book is the future, and it's things that are about to happen. So even the best experts at reading charts, um, all you're doing is you're looking at things that have just happened. Like, okay, the red candle, the green candle, what's the wick mean? There's so many different meanings on it. But in order for that candle to be created, the trade has already had to have gone through. What I look for is our trades that haven't gone through, but I try to get us in early. I'm sure most of you see that. That's why the majority of everything I do is a swing. I typically like everything to be a short term swing, but unfortunately, in the market this year, that hasn't been really an option because it's been so manipulated. And Teddy and I figured we would go ahead. He has a YouTube channel, and we'll go ahead and we'll post it again in the VIP premium member section of the group. But if you haven't gone and subscribed to his channel and watched his videos, I would recommend doing it because he actually records himself. He's doing a $100 to $100,000 challenge,
$100 to
and he
$1,000.
records himself doing the play. Oh, $100 to $1,000 challenge,
Yeah, yeah.
and I guess he's starting small. So what he's doing is he's recording as he's trading, so you can understand the methodology behind it. So you see, okay, why is he doing it? Okay, why did he pick that? Why is he buying it now? Why is he selling it? Why is he holding it? And he does day trades and scalps mainly. Uh, if I'm correct, right, Teddy? You don't
Yes,
do
sir.
long-term holds except for GameStop. He
Yeah.
made a mint on GameStop when it was that big frenzy. So he's still a diehard GameStop fan, still thinking it's going to hit $50 million.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Some people, it's okay to dream. The rest of us know it's going to be AMC.
Damn it.
But for everybody here, we're going to start doing just quick calls, and we're not going to put a time limit on it. And it's always going to be somewhere around a certain time because we're going to do it based off of trading. And we're going to be way more interactive and try to get everybody up to be able to look into our minds, and mainly mine. I've been trading for 5 years. For those of you that don't know me, on a more personal level, that just jump in the group and don't ever talk. Most of you, I try to reach out and build a friendship with, just because I'm excited that you're here and we can take this journey together. Um, just a real quick background. I started trading in January 2017. I had made a deal with my wife that I was allowed to put in $300 into a trading portfolio. And once I lost that money, then I'd have to come out of my dream world and go back and get a real job, according to her. And the rest is history. It's 5 years later. I have been trading for a living for the last 2 years. I could have retired the first year, or just took trading as a job. Only I think most of you know my original trading story. I started with $300 in a Robinhood account. I bought the cheapest stock I could find. I didn't know shit about stocks or the technical analysis or the charts. All I was looking for was something cheap. I bought a 13-cent stock. $300 gave me 2,607 shares. The next day, they received FDA approval for a breast cancer treatment drug. I sold those shares at $56 and some change. So my first trade grossed me over $130,000 from $300. And I've never put another dime into the market. And I have grown the account quite a bit since then. I now have 16 portfolios. Each one has a different purpose, as well as 8 different cryptocurrency platforms slash portfolios as well. I wish I would have got into cryptos, 10 years ago. I was one of those non-believers, but I managed to get in when Bitcoin was still 3,600 bucks. I still own my original shares. I got Dogecoin at 0.00253. You guys hear me talk about that a lot because I'm still holding my first 5 million Dogecoins. I got Litecoin back when I think it was like $6. There's quite a few of them. So the cryptos are definitely a good way to supplement your income, especially I'm sure we can all agree the market this year has been very unstable, very volatile. And yes, you can make money in it, and I have. I'm sure most of you have too, but you have to be watching stocks nonstop if you're in them. Unlike cryptos, you know it's going to be a quick, fast play. You're going to get in, you're going to get out, you're going to make your money. Well, I don't trade cryptos that way. I buy them and I hold them forever, and it works very well for me. But with stocks, I have nine different monitors, and I have the screens up running 24 hours a day, even after the market, post market closes, because I'm always looking for that next parabolic runner. Oh, excuse me for a sec. Oh, I meant to mute it and I coughed anyway. Sorry about that. So, what we thought we would do, Teddy and I, we did a trial run yesterday with just the two of us, and we traded a couple of tickers yesterday, and we went over what we were looking for. And so, what I figure is now it's time to start expanding and giving everybody else the thoughts in our heads and what makes us so successful at trading. And it's going to be a lot more simple than you think it is. And you've heard me talk about graphs and technical analysis this year. I don't use them because they have not been reliable. That doesn't mean to forget about them because they're still an important part of trading. I just don't base my income on a graph or, a technical indicator like the MACD, the RSI, the SMAs. They pretty much have a million different technical indicators, and pretty much they all do the same thing. So pick one you like, if you're going to use it, then go with it. Candles are the most accurate, but they also have the most interpreting coming out of them. And on candles, you rely a lot on history repeating itself. And this year, as we've seen, if anything we found out, the market can do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. Ever since the GameStop buyers went ahead and screwed those hedge funds over, it's been like a mass killing on retail traders like us. And, and I'm not going to say anything against it because I made quite a bit of money. I rode GameStop 6 different times, and I'm actually holding quite a few shares right now with a $90 average. And in this case, I tell you not to hope, but with GameStop, it's my hopes that GameStop will eventually get short squeezed, and that's when we will see the $1,000, $1,200, $5,000 a share, just because of the low float compared to AMC, which AMC is my second biggest holding. I have over 700,000 shares, but in my main account, I have an average of $3.35 still. So I'm still hanging on to AMC as well.
Oh yeah.
And so what we thought is we would do just some live trading, right, Ted?
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you go ahead and take it over as I'm setting up my computer
Yeah.
so that I can go ahead and follow along, and I'll jump back in.
Cool.
Does anyone have any questions up to this point? Let me ask that first. No? Okay. Everyone's pretty quiet. You must be eating lunch. Or you're at work and you're secretly listening to the call. I like that even better.
Yeah. So right now I'm really just looking at the runners for today. We had IINN and ENSC. Those were two of the big ones today, and I'm looking for oversold on different time frames. If I'm scalping, I'll just use the 1 minute, but sometimes I'll get stuck with the bag and I have to check out what I'm doing, so I'll have to scroll through like, okay, is the trend still there? Is the play still intact? So I'll be going through different time frames and looking. But usually what I'll do is I'll start top down. I'll start like at the 2 hour chart and look at the trend or the 4 hour. The daily doesn't really show the extended hours, so I try to use the 4 hour chart. and then I'll just go all the way down to the 1 minute. And really, I'm more of a range trader. I don't really like chasing the trend too much. Um, it's hard to it's hard for me to grab the trend before it goes. So I try and trade the ranges. That's why I'm always scalping and I'm always trying to, get in, get out real quick. And I mean, it works for me, but it's definitely hard. I mean, you got to be able to see rejection, and you got to be able to see price rejection, and you have to be able to see in the order book, what kind of orders are fake, what kind of orders are real, and what's the volume looking like. So right now I'm really just looking at I'm looking at ENSC right now, and we just had a run up maybe about 30 minutes ago, something like that, 30 minutes an hour ago. Actually, it was more like 2 hours ago. From It was like 475, 450 around there, and it went all the way back up to like 630. And right now I'm just looking if I'm looking for strength. I'm seeing if it's still strong. Um, and the way I do that is I look for price rejection. I see where buyers are trying to come back in. Um, and the way I'm able to see that for sure is the order book. Because sometimes the charts, it might dip down to some place, and then it'll reject. But then little do you know, you got like a bunch of orders that are coming in on the sell side that are all like hundreds, and they're just getting shorted and shorted and shorted. And a lot of the times institutions, they want to build positions that way. They don't want to just buy all the orders at one time. They'll be building positions and scaling in and scaling out. So that's something I want to look for, especially if a stock is running. I want to look at stuff like that. How is the difference in the order books? And sometimes there'll be big orders that are, you know, depending on the float, but there'll be super big orders, and sometimes you'll just see nonstop, just climb after climb of just 100, 200, and sometimes it's before the market opens. They're getting ready for market open, or sometimes it's some of the most volatile periods of the day. And that's really what I'm looking for right now, as I'm looking through these different stocks. I'm checking out the order book, seeing where the big sell orders, big buy orders are, and I'm putting almost trend lines like support and resistance there, and kind of keeping an eye on them. So when I go back and I look through the order book again, I see, oh, that order's gone. What changed? Or that order's still there. Okay, that must be a really good key level. Or, oh, that price is still there. That order's still there, but the order's actually increased. Instead of it being an $8,000 8,000 share order, that's like a 30,000 share order now. So what's going on? um, just stuff like that, and really dealing with price rejection, because those really big orders are going to determine how much the price is rejecting. If something drops to a point and then you've got all these orders coming in, chances are, unless sellers are so strong, all those orders aren't going to get eaten up at once. And if it does, that's not even a resistance or a support anymore. It's eating it right down to the support. And you see that with price rejection. You see it's not rejecting. It's just totally just keeps pushing the brim, and you just see the orders on the order book just getting smaller and smaller and smaller until boom, it just breaks past, and now we're just free range, we're falling. And that's stuff that I like looking for. I like looking for those type of dips, and I especially like looking for those dips going to support. I want to see a fast move like that going to support, and that usually tells me that shorts have came in. They're looking to short it down to support, and then I want to see strength, which will then in turn lead me to believe that I should add onto my position, or I should open a position, right? Basically, what I'm looking for right now, I look for the ones that have ran, right? IINNENSC. Those are the ones that have really done some movement today, large volume, and I'm looking for those types of moves. so then I can capitalize them on the way back up. Because I don't short, I'm a dip trader, and especially I like trading the range between those dips. And yeah, basically what we're looking for right now. John, you got anything to say on that?
Yeah. Okay. So, um, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what it sounds like is you're looking for stocks that are currently hot at the moment or have been hot for that day, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking for the stock to rerun so you can get in there. And you're not looking like I look for parabolic runners. You're just looking to skim some profits so that
Yeah,
you can go ahead and keep adding to the portfolio.
exactly.
So that's one way. A lot of us use scanners, everyone, and scanners are great. They kind of help you. In a nutshell, in one place, it shows you, because you can set your scanners to whatever. Uh, you've heard me say this a million times: volume precedes price. I always look for a volume increase or decrease, 2% to 10%, and that's when I start looking at that stock. But an easy way to pick out stocks, because there's 17,000 of them traded on the U.S. stock exchange on a daily basis. Look for the ones that people are already in. I think that's a great strategy. You look for
Mm-hmm.
the ones that are hot. Maybe they've already ran, or maybe they're getting a hit, got shorted, and you're looking for a squeeze to go back up. So
Exactly.
I think that's an excellent strategy. So if you're one of those people that don't like to run scanners all the time, which I have them going nonstop, but ultimately what the scanners produce are what the hot tickers are for the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it comes down to. So you can cut all the BS and try to decipher the scanner and just go on to your list. What do you use to look for the hot stocks, Teddy?
So I just use the top gainers on Weeble, especially since I'm looking for reversals. I really want to see shorts coming in, and then I want to see price rejection from that from that drop, and then I want to see strength from that price rejection on the way back up, and that'll indicate me that it's no longer how do you say, it's no longer staying in that downtrend. It's reversing on the way back up. So I really like using the top gainers on Weeble. Also, the top losers is cool too. Sometimes if a stock will just be crazy volatile, yeah, it'll switch from the top gainers and the top losers sometimes within like a day or 2 days. So I use both of them.
Nice. Top gainers, top losers.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just taking notes as we're going along here
Yeah,
on the things that I like and think we need to highlight.
yeah.
Okay, so do you have the stock pulled up? IINN.
Yeah, so I do have that stock pulled up right now.
Okay, does everyone want to go ahead and pull that up if you're near your trading platform? Uh, Even your phone, I guess. You can look at it, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that stock and what we expect it to do right now. No, like not tomorrow, not at 4 o'clock today, but
Mm-hmm.
we can talk about what we look for in a stock. So we'll give them 30 seconds to go ahead and see if they can pull that up.
Yeah.
Now, do you have it on the screen? Let me look.
I
No,
think
I
I
don't see anything.
I think I can share my screen. Hold on.
Yeah, hit that. It looks like a cell phone with an arrow. There you go.
Let's see.
Yeah, got it.
Cool. Can you see
Oh,
my
it
screen
says
right now?
live.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
okay, yeah. So we hit the live button, is that right? Or the live tab, and then watch stream, and that'll show us. Yeah, sweet. Thank you
Exactly.
for that tip.
Yeah.
All right, so let me turn this around. Now I have my setup is quite a bit different than Teddy's, so we'll let him go over what he's looking at because his chart's like 5 times as big as mine because
Yeah.
I only use the chart as an afterthought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was doing I was I'll show you guys one of my let me save this one real quick. I'll show you guys one of my customized layouts in Weeble. It was literally just order books, as you can see. And I was doing this for a while, and it is profitable, but there was a fault in my trading, and that was I wasn't able to recognize the overall trend of the stock. And it seemed to me like I wanted to play reversals. So once I learned that, I went ahead and created a new setup, which was now this one, where I'm looking for price rejection. As you can see, the candlesticks, I'm looking for things like price rejection here. And essentially, I'm matching it up with the order book. I want to see multiple price rejections, and I want to see orders that are also matching up with that price rejection there. And then I could say, okay, maybe it's time for strength, right? And sometimes, I'll end up holding the bag. And that's why I keep capital on hand, and I can, average up when it's time. Oh, sorry, average down when I see strength coming back into the stock. I could start averaging down and wiggle myself out of position, which is kind of what I'm doing here. I got stuck here, but that's what I usually do. Is I'll wait for the run. I'll wait for it to drop. I want to show strength, and then I wait for an exit, or I look for an exit, exactly.
Nice. That's a solid strategy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see the stock, it's bounced around within what, about a 10 cent, maybe 8 cent difference in the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Um, just to give everyone an idea, this is what I'm looking for at this point. Whenever I go into any stock to begin with, the first thing I do is I look at the basics. I want to look at the financial. Sorry, I had a call coming in. All right, so I want to look at the basic financials. I try to get an idea of how long has the company been in business? Are they cash flow positive? Which is important because companies that do not have cash on hand are going to drop an offering. So it makes it an extremely risky trade if you're not watching it. If it's one of those ones you think you're going to buy and check in 2 hours, the odds are once it hits a certain point, they're going to drop the offering and you're going to lose 50% of your trade in your portfolio there. So I look for that. I look at who's running the company. I try to see if there's any articles about them, what their history is. Usually, and most of these platforms do it. Moomoo does it. Webull does it. TradeStation does it. They have separate tabs where you can check all this information. And the great thing I found out about Webull yesterday, Teddy helped me set up it on my desktop because I've always used it on an iPad and a laptop, but I've always used the app. I never used the actual desktop, and I can put everything I'm looking for onto one screen, and it makes it look small. If you're trying to pack in 12 different, what do they call these things?
Widgets.
Widgets, 12 different widgets. However, I trade off a 60-inch screen TV as one of my monitors in my office. And so I'm able to pack all 12 of those widgets so that I can get everything at a snapshot. This year, then there's more stuff. Like I check the 52-week low, 52-week high. What's the current price? What's the average daily volume? Which I write that all the time, ADV, when I'm doing my watch list. It stands for average daily volume. Compared to what is the volume now, because volume always precedes price. That doesn't mean that the price is going to go up. It's either going to go up or go down when it's getting volume. And if it stays the same, then it's accumulation. But I always look for above average volume because you want liquidity and you want to see that people are buying and selling that stock so that your orders go through. But for me, most importantly, when I'm doing a trade, I go straight for the order book or the level 2 in this case. I also have access to level 3 that I pay quite a bit of money for every month. But it gives you way too much information if you're just a regular retail investor like most of us are, because it shows you stop losses. It allows you to sell directly to other people for different prices. Like I can pick which exchange I want to use. I can pick who I want to trade with, things like that. There's no smoke and mirrors on it. The level 2, Teddy had talked about where you're seeing 100, 100, 100, 100. Hopefully you've all caught on to what that means by now because I've said it a lot. Whenever you see it going 100, 100, or 200, 200, 500, 500, when it's repeating itself, That's a hedge fund or a market maker disguising their order so that it doesn't change the price of the stock when they execute it. The dark pool is also another thing I check, because sometimes you look at it, a stock's going to have 10 times the normal volume than it normally does. And you look at it and you're like, why is the price not moving? And then you check the dark pool and you're like, oh, because they're all trading it on the dark pool exchange. So there's a lot of little tools you can use. But to keep it simple, I'm just going to cover out the order book. And currently, if everybody has it pulled up, does anybody not know what the order book is, or the level 2? Okay, so I'm guessing that's everybody knows what that is. What we're looking for, first we start off on the left side. It's always going to be your bid, which bid is the buyer. So that's how many shares people are willing to buy and at what price. And it listed an order for you, and you can actually have it where it's unlimited, where your entire screen just keeps rolling. I don't do that. I max it out at 40, and I use the ticker tape to read what is currently happening. But on the left side's your bid, which is the buyer, and then on the right side is the ask, which is the red side, and that is the seller. And so what it does is it shows you between the two of them how many shares of stock are trying to be bought at what prices, and how many shares of stock are trying to be sold and at what prices. And so right now we have it at, there's 100 at $4.95, and then there's 200 at $4.96. Typically, when the stock is within a penny of each other, there's no gap there, which shows you that that's where the stock should be trading at. You know, when you see the bid at $4 and then the ask at $5, there's a huge range there. That means that stock is being manipulated. So you can't get an accurate depiction. So you just wait till you can kind of get a closer range. And then what we're looking at on this one, so we're looking at the bid side. And what I want to see is what the net inflow, the net outflow is. So how many people are buying versus how many people are selling. And currently, if you have Moomoo, which I recommend, Moomoo is the greatest trading platform in the world, in my opinion.
It's pretty good.
But it does, at the bottom of the page, if you go into the top right-hand corner magnifying glass and you type in the ticker, now don't hit trade because it's not going to give you the information. You want to go in and search the ticker from the watch list, hit the magnifying glass, type in the ticker, then hit search, and it's going to pop it up. And at the top of the page, it's going to tell you all the information we're looking for, what the current price is it up or is it down, at what percentage, what's the turnover currently, what is the volume, and then it's going to be your high, it's going to show your low, the market cap, which all that stuff we'll get into as we keep going through these calls in the group. I'd like to do them daily if I can. And then right below that, you're going to see your chart, and then you set up your own technical indicators. I have the chart, and then I have 4 separate boxes for the technical indicators going below that. And those are the only 5 things that I think are important on that part when you're looking at a graph and you're trying to do a technical analysis. But that doesn't mean I'm right. It's just worked well for me. We all have different trading styles. So do what makes you feel comfortable. The only thing I would caution, though, is if you're doing something and you're not making money, then you have to reassess what is taking place, and then kind of look at it and say, okay, where every day I go over every single trade that I do, and I take notes. I've got 12 notebooks sitting in front of me right now because I am constantly writing down and tracking everything that I'm doing. And then same thing when I pick a ticker and I like it, I write why I liked it, because I'm in 122 plays currently. So it's almost damn near impossible to remember why I picked those. But I don't buy it if it hasn't passed my due diligence and my research check boxes. If there's any one thing that I'm looking for that's not on there, I don't buy the stock. And that doesn't mean the stock's not going to run. It just means I'm not comfortable in investing in that ticker based off of what I found. So I'm going to grab a water real quick. So if everyone's on the order book or the level 2, and most platforms have it for free now, so I don't think you need to pay for it. But if you had to, Robinhood's the cheapest, charges $5 a month for their gold package. So that's pretty affordable. And then Webull, I don't know what they do with that, but
I
I
pay
automatically
$2 a
have
month.
it. So that's even better. Okay. I'm in a test pilot program with Webull, so I get all the stuff for free.
Yeah.
So I always get the app 6 months before the updated app 6 months before everybody else does. And then I critique it, send it back. And of course, they've never changed anything that I've suggested needed to be changed, but it's cool because I don't have to pay anything to have access to all that information.
Yeah.
And I'm a cheap bastard.
Right.
Okay, so then we move down below the 4 indicators that I have, the chart, the indicators. That's your order book right there. I have mine set up for 40 and 40. Oh, Gershie had to dip connectivity issues. But on the left side is going to be all the buys. On the right side, it's all the people selling. And so when you drop below that, the order book, you're going to see it's going to show you the average cost of each owner. So it's showing that the average person paid $5.28 for this stock. Support is at $3.82. I personally never buy a stock that is 5% higher than 5% above support. I try to make that one of the firm rules I stick with, unless I'm going to scalp it or day trade it real fast. Then that number doesn't matter, but I typically swing almost everything I do. And then it's going to show us the pressure or the resistance, and that is at $5.92. So we're going to use that information. We're looking at the resistance, $5.92. You should be able to see it on the chart too, which you can using the candlesticks. And so what we know is that between $5 and $5.92, that's our trading range. That should be our profit range in there, because what happens is most people that have been holding the stock, if that is where the resistance is, it's going to be extremely hard to get over the resistance. So you can safely say that from $5 to $5.91, you can probably buy it and you're going to make some money. But then using that information, you got to drop below it to, it's going to be your net inflow or your net outflow. And on Moomoo, it shows you the actual chart, so you don't have to do the calculations yourself, which is great. But in this case, we're seeing that there are a lot more sellers than buyers. So what does that mean for a stock, Teddy?
That means that the outflow is greater than the inflow. And
what does that do to the stock?
It drops the stock.
Correct. So did everybody get that? When we're looking, if you have more sellers than buyers, the forecast on the stock does not look good. It means the price is inevitably going to go down. So this is not a stock that I would jump into. Now, if the inflow is greater than the outflow, so if there's more buyers than sellers, what does that tell us, Ted?
That we're going up.
Yes, and that would be a stock that I would entertain all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And so now if we jump over to the order book here, and they move fast, so it might be behind once I talk about it, but there's a person trying to buy 1,200 shares, one share at $4.98.
I see
you,
that.
Teddy?
That's me, sir.
So there's 2,000 at $4.96, and then somebody's trying to sell 100 at $4.97. And so it's like, in that case, in order for a sale to be made, either the buyer has to increase their price or the seller has to lower their asking price.
Mm-hmm.
And because everybody around the world trades in the US stock exchange, it can change extremely quick, or it can sit there and get jammed up and stay at the same price. But typically, that's really a small number. But when I'm looking over, I'm looking at the ask side, which is the seller's side. We're going to look for any type of resistance that we think we're going to get. So what we're looking at is at $5.01, there is 1,000 shares being sold. At $5.02, there's 1,615 shares being sold. And then at $5.08, there's 4,110 shares being sold. So if we go back over to the buyer side, we're going to look at the numbers, and all these people are under the bid price. So when they buy, the stock price is not going to move because their orders are so small.
Mm-hmm.
They have 100, 400, 300, 1,500,
Mm-hmm.
2,000. Now, what I would watch is at the 490, where there's 4,330 shares that someone is trying to buy.
Mm-hmm.
But the stock price is at $5.04. So when that person gets filled, for their 4,000 plus shares at $4.90, it's not going to do anything to help us in the stock price.
Yeah.
So that's not even going to help us with support because the shares are so little. Am I making sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I try to keep trading as simple as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So based off of the information that we just looked at, currently this would not be a stock that I would trade. Teddy, what do you think?
I think you're right. I think I'm trying to wiggle out right now, and so I'm in the red right now. So you are right on that.
Now, I currently own this stock, but I was swinging it, and let me tell you what I bought it for. Where's my magnifying glass? Oh, I got too many damn computers. Here we go. IINN. Okay, so I'm still in from a $4.07 entry from November 29th. So that's not a bad, less than a 2-week swing.
Yeah.
And if I were to sell it now, I would be up almost $1 per share. I see it progressing towards the end of the day. I think we're going to see at least $5.90.
Uh-huh.
And that is based off of the order book, me
Mm-hmm.
looking at it, saying that the resistance is at, 592.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let that stock hang out. I've already scaled 40% of it. So I've already secured my profits. So at this point, if the stock were to drop, I never do hard stop losses, or rarely ever. Let me rephrase. I think it's damaging to trading. However, if you can't watch the market 24 hours a day, I would not recommend not using stop losses. I just use mental ones, but I am extremely confident in the stocks that I'm in. So I just ride the wave with them, whether they go up or down.
Yep.
Hey, does anybody have another ticker that you want us to go over? Maybe something that's moving a little bit so we can show you some live action.
I just did. I don't know if you heard all those orders filling, but I was scalping ENSC. It looked like it was doing a kind of range setup, and I was trading that.
Let's take a peek at it. Hey, did anybody else get in on the overnight swing on that from yesterday? I'll take that as a no.
I don't think so.
It was a nice $3 profit when we woke up this morning per share.
Yeah, I traded in the morning. When
Yeah,
I
we
woke up
snagged
at
it
3
yesterday.
a.m. Yeah.
It was a little over $3, and then it hit 6 something this morning.
Yeah. It was. So I missed out on that again, but I did trade it slightly as it was going up. So I made like 1 or 2%.
Nice.
Yes,
That's
sir.
not bad. Now, Teddy, what percentage of profits do you look for when you're day trading, like per trade?
Um, per trade, let's see, because I usually take a bunch of trades. So per trade, I probably take like 0.6% if I can. Probably best would be like 3% of like one trade.
And then what about for the day? What profits are you looking for?
For a day, I'm looking 5 to 10%.
The reason I asked that, everybody, because I wanted you to see that you don't have to sell. You don't have to hold and wait for crazy profits. I know I'm consistently preaching parabolic runners 250% to 4,000%. That's just the way I've always traded. But you notice when I make my calls, I will take 10 cents here, 15 cents here, 30 cents there, because the whole goal is to make the money. And so it adds up fast. I actually, in the training section, I had put out a graph where if you make 110% of your initial investment, you start off with $1,000. Every week you just go for 110%. So the next week you would have $2,100. And then next week you go for 110% of that. So then you'd have $4,300. Well, within 52 weeks, you will have cleared over $1 million.
Wow.
So if you look at it just reasonable and in small increments, you can achieve a greater amount of profitability. And instead of being like, oh man, I was really hoping for 100% out of that stock, I'm going to hold it. And that's why I scale. But go ahead and take the small profit and use that money and get yourself into the next play. Because even as bad as the market has been on some days this year, there was a 6-week run where it was terrible everywhere. You always find runners, always. And if you're following along with my live calls that I make in the group, you're seeing that we're hitting the ones that are always running. We ended up doing DWAC twice now. We got ISIG. Teddy loves that stock, by the way.
I hate you.
We were looking at the chart yesterday, and I was like, okay, it's going to hit 21. It's going to go here. And he's like, no, I got out of it. I'm not seeing it. And then, of course, we're at $32 today.
Yeah. See, what happened was I was trading it the day that it must have been at like $7, I think. And I traded it all the way up to like 10 or 12 bucks. And then it broke down. Like there was a bunch of shorting, so it broke down and I ended up holding. And so I kept averaging down. And then because I held it for must have been a day or it was a little while, not too long, but I was anxious to get the capital back. I ended up selling like 14, 15 bucks and it ran same day to like 24, 20 or 22, $24. I was so pissed.
And yeah, I could definitely see that. If I had $1 for every time that happened, I would have made $1 billion already.
Yeah.
But with ENSC, and here's the reason that I scale. And this is my scaling percentages go like this. I scale 40% at my first price target, which isn't necessarily the target I post in the group. Because I'm watching the stock, when I feel there's a strong reversal and the price is about to drop, I scale 40%. And then I set a second price target. And at that second price target, I also scale 40%. And then with the last 20%, if I think there's any meat left on the bone, I'm going to hold that 20%. And that is something that I did with ISIG. My average, because we swung this thing, geez, this thing's it was a 7-month swing.
Wow.
And with that, and I understand that not everybody has the capital to buy an expensive stock and then hold it until it runs. I didn't always have that luxury. I do it now though. But for me, it was a 7-month swing. I had a 750 average. So I scaled 80% of it yesterday. And then today, when it hit 32 bucks, I still had 20% left. So I was able to capitalize on all 3 price targets. And scaling isn't just for selling your stock. Scale when you're buying into the stock. And this is something Teddy's really good at. He buys it. My rule is I always hold 50% of my portfolio in cash. Just in case things happen like they did last Friday where everything tanked. I got got rid of the stocks that I thought were going to be losers, and then took my licks on those. But then I held the ones that I thought were going to be winners still, and I doubled my positions and averaged down. So I owned everything for 50% of what I did to begin with. And then, just like I predicted, the market shot back up, and then averaging down, on a $4 stock that is now $2, and the stock went back to $4. So instead of being a loser, I ended up making 100% on those trades.
Yeah.
And it was on Monday, actually. I ended up making 158% total for the day on my portfolios.
Wow.
And a lot of it was from keeping the capital so I could average down. I know when I first started trading, and it feels like it's been forever ago, I always used all my money every single day. I was like, okay, I'm going to put everything in there. And then when a stock would drop, I'd be looking at other stocks, and I'm like, okay, I got to sell this stock so I can buy more of this stock. And I bet you can guess what would happen. The
Yep.
stock that I sold ended up running, and the stock that I averaged down on didn't do shit.
Exactly.
And for what I always say, it's a law of numbers. If you're trading 10 stocks and you have your reasonable stop losses, which I always say risk management should be about 10%. Some people do 5%, some people do 2%. I personally don't like stop losses because everything dips typically before it rips. And since the market makers can see your stop losses, they'll usually shake you out of the tree.
Yeah.
But if you do that, if you do the 10%, and I know it sounds a little weird, me telling you to have a stop loss, but then saying I don't like stop losses, but only you can manage your own risk.
Yeah.
But all you need is one of those 10 stocks to do a 500% run or 1,000% run, and it's going to cover for all the losses that you took, those 10% hits on the 9 other stocks, and it's going to keep you profitable. And for me, trading comes really easy, and I'm hoping you see that. I know there's a lot of information, and there'll be a lot more as we continue to do these calls. However, I keep it extremely simple. And I think on the next call, what we'll do is I'll run over, like, we'll do it where it's an actual live trade where we can get in on something, unless somebody's got a ticker now.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at ENSC right now, and I'm trying to scale this reversal right now. I'm looking for a fake out right now.
The fake out. What is your definition of a fake out?
Like maybe they'll short a stock, and people will place stop losses at the support, and then someone that's looking to cover, they might short a little bit longer and take the liquidity of those stop losses before they cover, and I'm looking to ride that cover.
Nice. That's a good strategy. Very good strategy. Okay, so I now have ENSC pulled up.
Yep. And I just got filled, so I'm looking to get the run back up right now.
Nice. I'm going to go ahead and analyze it. Okay, I think that's the right password. Nope. Man, does everybody else have this problem? You have so many passwords because you have so many things,
Dude,
and you always forget them.
that is me.
Yeah, I've had to make a notebook for him.
I do too, but apparently I don't update my notebook. Oh,
Hey, John.
here we go. Hey, how's it going?
Good, all right. Good to see you.
Good. Thank you. Likewise. I'm excited. Oh, look at this. We have a whole new crew that's listening in. Everybody else dipped out,
Oh yeah.
except for Sarah. Yeah. We got Crow. That's who's talking.
What's up, Crow?
Good to meet you.
Oh,
Yeah, nice to
Nick,
meet you, man.
what's up, brother? And then Chris is listening too.
Oh, Chris is here?
Yeah,
Which
Mav
one are you?
192. Oh, who just logged out? Oh, Avion did. Nice. Well, we still have people. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at ENSC. Did I log out? Hello?
No, you're
No, I
good.
still
Anybody
see
there?
you.
Oh, I'm like, what the hell just happened? All right, cool. I'll put my phone there. How have you been, Crow?
I've been all right. I'm sure you already knew about, picked up a new job recently, so there's that.
So you're working your ass off,
Hell yeah.
Close to it.
or you're just working? You're like, I just show up.
No, I mean, it's stalking, so I mean, some days it's easy, some days it's terrible.
Ah, that sounds rough. How many days a week do you work?
3 or 4, something like that.
Oh, that's not too bad.
I had one week where they had me like in 4 days straight, and it's when they have like a lot of the heavy shit like dog food and all that crap. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
little harder on your joints.
Where are you working?
Food line,
What is it?
food line.
Huh.
It's a grocery store that we have up here in the the southeast. I was gonna say Midwest, like I
Good.
was still back home.
Yeah, good, good.
Which one are you at, buddy?
Not too far from where you are right now, actually. It's right up the street from the Methodist.
Oh, you're at the Andrews Common one?
Yeah, that one.
Nice. I never see you. Of course, I
Uh,
never go in public either. That's the reason for that.
yeah,
John's
I'm
got
Mr.
like
Stupid Joe.
robots going to shop for him and stuff.
I love it. You can put the order online, and then when you show up, they put it in your trunk.
There you go, man.
I always tip everybody. I always put a $20 bill in the trunk, and then I'm I wait to tell them to take it till they're done unloading the groceries. But
Mm-hmm.
watching them, it's humorous because they go around it and like they're afraid to touch it, and they'll
Yeah.
keep looking at me like, "Does he know that this is back here?"
Should
And
we
then when they're
take it?
done, I'm always like, "Yeah, exactly." I should put a camera back there because literally
Yeah.
it is hilarious.
Right.
And then you have some people that are like just so afraid of it. They put the bags around it, but they don't touch it.
Right.
And then before they leave, they check it to make sure it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, bro, I put that back there for you. Thank you. One guy gave it back. He was like, we're not allowed to take tips. I'm like, I'd go work for somebody else.
That's
Hey,
funny.
nobody knows you took that tip. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no.
exactly. Sneak it in your sleeve while you're unloading the groceries.
Right.
Okay, so let's look at ENSC here. Okay, what are you seeing, Ted?
I'm waiting to get filled right now. I almost got filled on the 493 run up from my order at 484, but then it took another dip, and then I took that one, and now I'm waiting still to get filled on my 494 order, and then waiting for the reversal on that, which should bring me up to my second order at 509.
You just said a lot of shit.
I did.
All right, I'm gonna pull this up on my other computer.
I imagine
Okay.
you know what you're doing better than I do.
I'm hoping.
He learned from the best. Okay, so ENSV. This is what I'm seeing.
C or
This
V?
is not V.
ENSC or ENSV?
C. Which one
Okay,
are you on?
okay. I'm on ENSC.
Okay, ENSC.
Yeah.
Okay. There is way more net outflow by 75%. So we're
Yeah.
talking 25% of the people are buying, 75% of the people are selling.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect we're going to see this thing drop like a brick here. Let me look at that current order book. Okay, 480 is going to be support only because the people selling aren't selling a lot of shares, except at $1. Wait, what is going on here?
Yeah,
Oh, hold on, I'm on the wrong stock. And you even asked me to verify. That's hilarious.
okay, I
Good thing
just
you
got
didn't listen to
filled
me.
on my first limit order on the way back up. I'm looking to take profit on the second one, which is a confirmation of shorts covering.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is a good one for sure. ENSC, we've got about 60%
Yeah.
estimates looking at it.
Yeah, so that's
Pressures.
like yeah. That's the strength that I was talking about earlier. If any of you guys was hearing what I was saying, um, all those fake outs. So you see how like it made like a crappy support on the first U up from that first shorting or that first sell off, right? It made a crappy U up. And then it made a smaller one, which was actually a fake out of that one, right? Because it almost broke out, and then people must have thought that it was going to reach support again. It didn't. It faked out of that one. It went a little bit lower. That's where I put my order. I put my order below that support. Okay, I got filled there, and that was my first order. Then I waited for the leg up. I almost got filled at the tip of that. My order was at 494. The tip was like 493. And then I took the second bottom at 480. And then I just got filled on my first exit from my first order, which was like 495. And now I'm waiting on the second for confirmation of complete reversal, which is at 509.
Nice.
Or for me, complete, right? I'm not trying to wait all day for it to. John's like, that's why you're not making money, man. It's because you're not waiting. You're probably right.
Actually, I'm buying some right now at 492.
That's a good man right there.
Well, actually, yeah.
So I'm looking to scale another at my same position, 4.87. And I should have had the order already in because it just tapped it and I didn't get filled. Let's see if I get filled again.
They trade price target. I'm gonna go 543.
Nice, I just got filled on the second one.
Oh, so you made money? Woo! Oh yeah, this. Okay, going back to the order book on this. This thing's beautiful.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at it while I was suffering from IINN, so I was like, what do I do? So then I went to this one.
I see the next. Oh, someone pulled off their fake wall. Okay, someone had a big wall up there. They took it down. There's clearly manipulation going on here. Do you see the 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25?
On ENSC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's trying to keep it down, but I don't think it's going to stay down.
I think that somebody, they're doing spreads because it's on both on the bid and the ask side.
Uh-huh.
And the price between it, the 25s, is just 8 cents is what their average is.
Huh. What does that
We're
mean?
25.
I heard you say that yesterday. You said they're good at working the spreads. What are you talking about?
Sorry, hold on. Okay, what the spreads are, it's a type of way of doing options, except you set it up. I don't know a ton about them. I just know the basics because to me, it seems overcomplicated for the amount of lack of money you can make. What you do is you put in your order to buy and sell a stock at the same time. And so you might buy the stock at $5 and then you want it to sell at $2 or $5.02. That way you try to get it filled on both occasions, the buying and the selling, within seconds. And sometimes it's within, minutes, but you can do the spreads for as long as you want to do them. So basically what you're doing is you're buying and selling your own shares. Like you're telling somebody, I have 1,000 shares here for you for $5.02, and then you own them for $5. The trick is the stock's got to be running, and you have to be deadly accurate because you can lose a lot of money doing it. So
Huh.
basically, it's just an option where you're buying and selling at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting.
But I haven't researched them a whole lot because it's not something I'm interested in. But that's actually I should, just so we can get well versed in everything. So I'm taking a note of that.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I've heard that before, but I don't know about the spreads. I do know that they might buy and sell same time to make the stock look like it's got a lot of volume to, keep scanners going off, bring people to the stock, and then manipulate it.
Yeah, you can do that too with it. That's definitely another way to do it. Oh
Yeah, I want to
man,
learn
so
about the spreads.
yeah, I'll research it tonight.
Cool.
Maybe have some information about them tomorrow. So I'm looking at ENSC, and I'm looking at Weeble's order book versus Mumu's order book, and it just shows you how each platform is so different
Yeah, man.
because the order books are completely off.
Well,
Like
yeah,
they're not even
exactly.
close. Which is why, have you ever looked at a stock in one portfolio and you're like, oh, that's $5. You look at it in another one and you're like, wait, that's 507. What the hell?
Right.
I think it's because there's a delay in their order books.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
some places aren't updating the price fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're seeing this. Um, Not a whole lot of buying pressure, but there's a lot of buyers. And when I say not a whole lot of buying pressure, they're doing small amounts of shares.
Yeah.
And the sellers are probably the same. So I expect to see this thing run to at least $5.43. Let me look. Where's our next big seller at?
So I'm looking to get
Five
filled
dollars and
here.
12 cents. Okay, we're gonna have a
512.
problem getting past $5.12. If we can
Yeah.
clear that, we are open up to $5.18.
Yeah.
So if we can, we need to break 12, which I don't understand why we're not going higher right now. That's because these people are putting below the bid. Always buy the ask if you want the price to increase, but buy the bid if you want to save money and not lose money.
Yeah.
Have you ever bought a stock at the ask? It's like $6, but then the bid's like $5.75, and
I've
you
never bought
automatically lose a
those.
quarter. Oh
Yeah,
my
dude,
gosh,
I've
I've done
never
it.
bought it.
It makes your heart drop in your stomach when that happens, because you're like, how did I miss that? Because you're moving so fast,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, wait, the bid. Someone was willing to pay a quarter less, or sell it, buy a quarter less, and I paid for it. I paid a quarter more for it, and you're like,
Uh-huh.
son of a bitch.
Right. Yep. So I just have one position here at 48.70 or at 487, and then I'm trying to take another at 498 once it kind of breaks that support a little bit. And then I have a sell order at 520. So when I get filled again, I might take a scalp up to that strong support up to about like 512, 515 looks like. And then I'm just going to sell that one and look for re-entry.
They just put a wall up at 510.
They did, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I just got filled on that fake out there. There's
Does
the break.
everyone know how they put a wall up?
No. What is that?
It's just a lot of shares being sold at one price. Because in order for the stock to be able to move to the next level in the price, say the stock's at 508, they put a 510 wall up, which means that somebody's selling a hell of a lot of shares at 510, which means there has to be a lot of buyers at the 510 mark in order
Yeah.
to eat up those shares before it can go to 511.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe
That's
it's
what.
like there's like if people use charts, there's like a known support line over multiple periods of time frames. Like some people that trade over 5 minutes, there might be a support at the 5 minute chart that's also matching up with the 1 minute chart support. So a lot of people are buying at that price. So there's a wall there that sellers can't break through. Or there's a lot of people selling at the same price, which is also showing on different time frames, or different things where a lot of people are grouping together, or it's one individual that is saying, "Oh, I'm a big order." That's basically what a wall means, is it can't break through there.
And market makers put up fake walls all the time because they own millions of
Yeah.
dollars in shares, and they'll put a wall up at 510, and then at 509, once the price turns to 509, they'll take the wall down,
Mm-hmm.
because what they're trying to do is scare people that know how to read the order book. And you look at it and you're like, oh my God, we got to buy 50,000 shares in order to get to the next level. That's not going to happen. And
Right.
then bam, the wall comes down and the thing runs, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Especially they do it when they think it's going to run. So they're trying to, it's like a last attempt. They want to scare out as many buyers as they can because they might be short. They might be desperate for the stock not to run. So they might be trying to make fake walls or place fake orders that they know as soon as it gets close, they're just going to take out those orders and they're going to cover or whatever.
Yes, that is 100% correct. Man. Okay, so there's not there's not really a whole lot of shares being traded here. I want to know who
Yeah,
put the 25 shares up. There's like 30 25 share orders on the ask side.
I see it.
Then there's another wall at 514. So we now have a wall at 507,
Mm-hmm.
which, and then we have a wall at 514. And then they took down the one at 518. So
Yeah,
that person just divided their shares up, and they're trying to stop it.
probably.
They're using a ladder. They're trying to stair step it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so there's another like short attack right there. I mean, that's just clearly.
Oh yeah.
So that's
And
like trigger stops. They want to trigger stop. If you're watching the stock right now, you'll totally understand what we're talking about.
and what happens when they trigger the stop losses? That's those shares being sold for a lesser price,
Mm-hmm.
and so it prevents it from running. And the reason that they would put 25 shares, 25 shares, 25 shares is because every time one of those prices get filled, algorithms do the trading. It's 99% of the time it's a computer program on the other end that's doing the trading, and it's either trying to keep the price up or bring the price down.
Yeah.
And the algorithms will set small shares like that, like 25, 25, 25, 25, because in order for the price to increase, those orders have to get filled and the momentum has to stay there to keep the stock moving up. So
Mm-hmm.
every time you fill a 25 share order at a certain price, it slows the momentum down
Yeah. And some
because
of
it pauses.
yeah, yeah, like some of their greatest problems are liquidity, especially if you have a large amount of capital and you're very confident in your position. They want to take large sizes, so they have to scale in. And how do they scale in? Well, they use the level threes. They want to look at the liquidity. How do they look at the liquidity? Your stop losses. So a lot of people that place their stop losses too tight, a lot of people that have stop losses in certain places, they're going to take all your shares. They're just looking for liquidity. And that way, they can short the stock real quick, take the liquidity, cover it right back up, and boom, they get a lower price and they get more shares that they can then fill their position.
That is 100% accurate. Isn't it so shady, all the bullshit they do?
I mean, it's legal, I guess. They know how to manipulate it, but yeah, it really screws over the retail. Like if nobody knows this stuff, or if nobody has common sense, I mean, it's kind of hard to have common sense if you haven't been doing it for a while, but it's pretty shady. I can't believe it, to be honest.
It is. And even with the common sense, there's so much to learn and to know
Mm-hmm.
in the market in order to be successful. Like I've said, it took me 2 years before I understood how to trade.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dipping out of this stock real quick because I think I found a winner. BLIN.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me take a look at this. It's in the red currently.
Okay.
Chart looks horrible. Okay, maybe not.
Is this
But
this
let
really
me
low
see what I
volume
think.
one? BLIN? BLIN.
Uh
It's got like
oh,
a bunch of shares that. Huh. What was it? What was it?
um
What was the ticker again?
BLIN.
Okay, yeah, I got the right one.
This would be a sympathy play. It just shot across one of my scanners.
Okay.
Oh, we just went to green. Actually, I'm going to take it. What do I think? Okay, based off of what I am seeing, let's depending on. Oh, why is my chart on the 1 minute? I hate the 1 minute. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do the 1 hour. Here we go. We are having an ascending triangle, so it looks like we're going to keep going up. It's already formed the beginning of a W, so we might actually see a dip back down to 248, and then it'll shoot back up. It looks like to 318. Let's see what that order book looks like.
I'm trying to come to stock so they can see on the thing. Hold on here.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and pull
BLIN.
it
Okay,
up.
I'm ready.
BLIN. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Inflow is increasing, so we're about a little over 50. It's 58% people buying versus people selling. Average cost is $7.14. So yeah, I'm in. I'm taking it at 285. Let me post it in the group.
You said the average cost is 714.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
which
find what
means
widget allows me to see that.
I use Moo for that.
Yeah, I know. Damn. Net inflow. No. Okay, yeah, keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. Sorry, I'm just calling it out to the group at 285. Stop loss negative 10%. And then, what price target am I looking for? Market cap. Open. Sweet. I think we can see $4. There we go. Okay. So we're in at 285. We're already profitable. They had
Okay, I
news
got it.
this morning.
It's on the volume analysis on Weeble.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Now I don't have to jump out. I can use it all on that big screen. Okay, high of the day was $3. Low was 273. It opened at 280. So they had news and then it got tanked. We're looking at RSI's at 55, so we're within range.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Hey, can you grab me some of that too, please?
Do what?
I said, can you grab me some of that too, please?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
I'll take
I
some.
mean,
Here we go. I, for the life of me, can't remember your code. I've been trying to memorize it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, just say it in here. It's okay.
what in the hell?
It's been a rough run. All right, here we go. Now we're back. Okay. Got it. Okay, so we're at 287. Okay, so it's trading. RSI is showing that it's in the middle, so it's doing okay. First wall is going to be at 295. Oh, did I hang up again?
No.
No.
Oh no, there I am. Okay, okay. The first wall we're going to run into is going to be at 295. We definitely do not have enough orders in the order book on the bid side to get past it. So I may have to boost the stock a little bit. Then the second wall is going to be at 299, and then $3.25. And after that, it looks like it's smooth sailing, assuming nobody else pops walls up. But what we're saying, clearly the stock's being manipulated. There are at least 20 100 share orders. 100, 100, 100, 100. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 5. So we definitely need more buying pressure.
Yeah.
It did release good news about a cloud that they've created. Man, AVCT took off.
AVCT.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking
up
right now.
54%.
Is that what we were trading yesterday, or was that ARX something like that? It was something.
Yeah, this one was cheap. I don't think we were in it.
No, we weren't. You're right. Yeah, that's a nice one.
We traded it in November. I bought it on November 1st, and I got stopped out 2 minutes later.
Yeah, I like AVCT.
AV, as in Victor?
Yes, sir. AVCT.
Okay. I just want to make sure, since apparently I'm good at picking
The wrong
the
stuff.
wrong tickers. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so here's something that I realized the other night when I was doing our weekly watch list,
Uh-huh.
that if you clean out your current watch list, right, get rid of everything in it, and just put the stocks in off the new watch list, you can actually keep an eye on all of your stocks at the same time.
Are you being sarcastic,
And
or what are you saying?
no, no, what I've always done was I use the Zacks platform where I have all of my portfolios combined into one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can keep an eye on it, but it mixes the old and the new, right?
Yes.
And so when I was doing my watch list, I was like, wait, if I'm doing a day trade, I'll add the stock to the day trade watch list in that portfolio. And if I'm doing a short-term swing, I'll add the stock to the watch list in the short-term swing portfolio. That way, on the different screens, I can keep up the different portfolios,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll give me a snapshot of what is taking place with each stock in that specific trading portfolio.
Hmm.
Just think, I've been trading for 5 years, and it finally clicked.
It finally clicked.
It finally clicked. I was like, oh, I just discovered gold. Tell me how crazy that is.
It's crazy, John. It's crazy.
But now I'm really excited about it.
Good, man. I'm excited we're doing these calls. I like these calls.
Yeah, me too, man. I really like them myself. And, as we go through it, we can keep revealing more information. I wish there was more interaction. Like, I like it when people ask questions.
Yeah, we'll probably have to. Well, I'll probably have to schedule it. Like, let them know, hey, every day this time or something, and people can kind of get a feel of what's going on.
Oh, yeah. And,
Can
doing it last minute definitely hurt us. But we've had a lot of people rotate in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually what we can do is get requests. Like, is there something specific they
Yeah,
would like us to go over while we're trading?
exactly. I think someone's gonna say something.
No, they decided not to talk.
Okay. Okay, I'm completely out of ENSC right now.
Nice. Oh, I'm gonna show everybody. I did arts and crafts yesterday.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
show
that's
you
right.
what
The
I made.
Santa.
Yeah. My wife came home and she's like, "What the fuck?" Okay, everybody.
Look at that. Look at
I free-handed that. Just cut it out of construction paper and glued it with a glue stick.
that.
Tell me how crazy that was.
Good, man.
Hey, did you know that we can share multiple screens at the same time?
Like you
No,
share
I
your
didn't know
screen?
that.
Yeah, I just shared it to show the Santa Claus, and your screen and my screen were piled on top of each other.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, so
Then
we can do
people
like
can,
that.
yeah, people can see what you're doing, and then people can see how to really do it.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get Discord on your computer, dude.
Yeah, man, I really didn't want to put it on the supercomputer, but I guess I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, just you don't have to download it. Just use the website.
Oh, and that'll work?
Yeah, that's what I don't even have the app. I just log in on the website and it just like automatically signs me in and I use it.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
John, have you got 2 accounts?
2 Twitter accounts?
No,
I mean,
2
2
Discord accounts.
Discord?
Yeah.
No.
It says TeddyRoyG is live.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He's the one sharing.
Oops.
I like the crow in your profile.
Hey, thanks. It's not mine.
It's not your crow.
No, it's just a wild crow.
You're like, never mind.
Yeah, it's my crow.
That's yours, bro.
Whoa. People commenting.
So you're still looking to bring new people in, right?
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
Did you see the suggestion I made in your manager's channel?
Yeah, did I not respond back to it?
No.
Oh shit, sorry. I thought I did. I think that's a great idea. We need to be a little more organized. So I guess you and I should get together and talk about it and see what
Yeah.
it entails and what we need to do and stuff.
All right.
But yeah, I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, I think there'd be a whole lot of people at the university who'd be interested in this kind of guidance.
Yeah.
Teddy had a friend who wouldn't join the group because he wasn't paying for something he could get free from somewhere else. And I was like, he's not going to find 93% success rate with anybody else.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Nah. And that, over here we really get, we really get in depth and personal.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and the big thing is our training is included in the package, where every other group that I'm in, they charge for the training. Because I'm a moderator. I own another one, but then I'm a moderator in 2 other ones.
Huh.
And
What's up?
Hey, man.
hey,
What's up?
what's going on, Nick?
Hey, I was only able to catch a little bit of the call, but just wanted to pop in and say hey.
Cool.
What's up,
Thank
man?
you for joining us.
Of course. I caught some of that level 2 order book stuff. A lot of cool things going on.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we figured, Teddy and I figured we're going to go ahead and consistently do calls while we're live trading. And then that way we can just talk back and forth. Like we did one yesterday for almost 2 hours and made some good money. But at the same time, other people can hear like what we're doing, see how simple it is. Because, there's so much technical analysis and graphs in the order book, like a lot of information. But most of it, in my opinion, is just too much information. So,
Right.
I have over a 90% success ratio in picking out tickers. So it's one of those, people are like, oh, I'll never be able to do that. That's not true. You can, and it's not hard. It's actually
Right.
really easy. You just have to know what to look for. And once you get that habit down, then you'll be making your own plays,
Definitely.
And they can stop yelling at me when one of my plays goes bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's unrealistic. I mean, the name of the game is you're gonna see red, but it's all about making more green than red, right?
Yes. To win more than you lose.
Yes, sir.
Dude, the ENSC call, that was crazy. I got in like 280 yesterday. Had that like big run up and then retrace back a little bit. It was such a good overnight.
Oh, yeah. I know. I saw you were in, and I was like, oh, yeah. You saw it before I saw it.
Well, it had that big run up, and then like it honestly held a lot better than I was thinking that it was going to. And I was looking at the technicals and just like the charting, and I've been following really closely with Koala Maggie. I don't know if you know who that is. He's like a really really good swing trader, and I've been kind of like adopting some of his ideologies and methodologies with swinging, and this was like textbook his setup, and it's what I've been studying for like so long, and it just panned out perfectly. It was like, let's go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, and another big thing that I've noticed recently is higher lows is important. I caught this off of one of your calls. Higher lows and then volume. If it has those two things, that stock's gonna run.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a question of when.
Well, I think the third part of that to me has been like a stock will create like a tight range, so it'll have like it'll have the volume, like it'll have higher lows, and then it kind of like gets squeezed right before it like breaks out to the top side.
Exactly.
And so like those are the kind of setups that I've been trying to play recently. And honestly, I've been trading less and probably making more money. I'm trying to like increase the confidence in the trades that I've been working on recently. It's been going really well.
Good, man.
It's like I feel like you don't have to be trading like all the time every day to make really good money, It's like let the setup come to you.
No, that's true. It was like 2 weeks ago when the markets took a really big hit. Instead of going in and panic selling, I went through my notes. I was like, okay, why did I buy this stock? Why did I buy this stock? Trusted in my due diligence and research and just left them. And, at one point, my portfolio was down 54%.
Damn.
And they all bounced back up.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I was like, when you're doing the swings, trust your due diligence and your research. The trick is to make sure that you're picking the right information when you're doing that research. And for me, it has to check all the boxes. Otherwise, I won't trade it. Day trades are different because you're just price trading or range trading, as Teddy would call it.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a swing trade, I had that one ISIG. That's been a 7-month-old hold for me.
I can't believe that.
And it finally ran. I refused to sell it.
If there's anything I have to work on, like individually, is just the patience, right? It's like 7 months is a long time in the grand scheme of things, like relatively, you have to have the conviction and like to be able to just look at it and just separate the animalistic side versus the analytical of like I'm in this and I'm doing it.
Yeah,
that's like XSpot is my largest holding right now. It has been for the last 2 years. And that thing is so manipulated, but if you do your research on the company, they took a massage parlor, that was inside of airports, and they totally changed the business model March of last year to accommodate the whole COVID thing. And now they're an express care / a COVID testing place, as well as a COVID treatment place in the airports.
That's crazy.
And the stock's still at just a little above $1. And I'm like, this is insane.
What's the ticker?
XSPA.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, it's so manipulated. That general manager or CEO did such a good job saving the company at the beginning of the pandemic, and the stock is so manipulated. Every time it goes to run a little bit, it just gets hammered back down.
That's annoying.
Dude, and I originally owned it for 26 cents. And then they did a reverse split, brought it to like $3. And then it ran to 5.25. And I held all my shares. I'm like, oh, this baby's about to go. Well, 1 year later, after all of that happened, I'm still holding it at $1, like 32 or something. And I'm like, shit. I got to get better of releasing the stocks when they're green.
Right.
Because I'm like, oh, that didn't hit my price target. I'm going to hold it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So the swing trading strategy that I've been working on, the one that Koala Maggie uses, he has like a really in-depth like YouTube channel that I've been all over recently. He's the dude that Cam the man learned from and like his swing trading stuff. That's how I found him.
Oh, cool.
But basically what he does is he has like a process for like figuring out how long things are going to run based on like moving averages and stuff. And I've been using that really well to like let winners run and know when to cut them and whatnot.
Yeah, I use the order book for that. When I see the weakness in the reversal,
Yeah.
then I cut. That's why I scale. And then I look at it and say, okay, is there going to be enough support at certain levels to send this thing back? And it all comes full circle to one thing, volume.
Definitely.
I'll have to check that guy out, though.
No, he's really, really good. I use a lot of I've been swinging a lot more stuff in crypto recently as well. I've been moving away from the day trading game a little bit. Just because honestly, the swing positions is where the money's actually made.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I'm a swing trader.
Yeah. I mean, just the margin for error. You know, as someone who's spent like probably a couple thousand hours in the last like year day trading, it's just like the risk versus reward sometimes can be like a lot worse.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then on day trades, you know, I look for 250% to 4,000% gainers when I'm doing my research. When you're day trading, you're looking for small wins. You're looking for a dime. You're looking for a quarter. You know, you're looking for 60 cents.
Right.
You know, and as arrogant as it sounds, to me, I'm not trading to make 60 cents a share.
Right.
I'm trading to make $60 a share, $100 a share, because all you need is that one runner that goes crazy, like DWAC and ISIG just did again, and you just made a shitload of money, and it makes up for all the losses that you took throughout the year.
Definitely. I've also been trying to like work on not feeding all my losses back because I feel like my biggest losses are right after my biggest wins.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have come across that, but like I get this over complex of like overconfidence basically. I'm like, oh, whatever I'm gonna do, it just runs, and then I have like a massive loss right after that. Trying to I don't know.
No, I find mine's the exact opposite. When I'm winning, I keep winning, and when I lose, I keep losing. So I just learned to stop trading. If I start taking losers, I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day.
Right.
Because you got to have that positive mental attitude, you know, in order to catch everything. And there's still things, you know, I miss. You know, like the other day, I missed the bid versus the ask. I bought at the ask trying to increase the price. Didn't realize there was a 25-cent difference. So automatically, you know, I'm buying 100,000 shares, and automatically I open it up and the portfolio is down, and I was like, I'm down 25 grand off of like in seconds. So sometimes you just get overconfident and you're like, and you start missing the small stuff.
Yeah, the market's not your friend.
It is not.
Yeah.
So Teddy created an YouTube channel.
Nice.
That he does the recording. It's called Dip Snipers.
Here, I'll give you a follow real quick.
Nice.
Teddy, will you post that link in the VIP premium section?
Yeah, I'll post it right now.
See if we can get more people into that. Thank you. I think as we continue to do these calls on a daily basis, we will get more and more people. And, I think as long as me and you trading yesterday, we just got to remember, keep it that simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and you, we just shot the shit as we're looking at charts, technical analysis, and the order book. And then next thing we know, we're up quite a bit, and it's been 2 hours almost. And we were like, oh, really? That was cool.
No, I really like the call format. It's a really good way to like answer a lot of questions and also go over a lot of information in like a short amount of time,
Yeah.
I like the medium of doing calls a lot. That's why I've been trying to do them in the crypto space. I only have time to do them like basically once a week at the moment just because of how much shit I have going on, but
I think that's perfect though.
Yeah.
Like you've been helping a lot of people out with those calls.
Been trying.
It's working. A lot of people are saying they're making money in the crypto department. So
not today.
Not today.
I do. I wait till you post a call a handful of different times, and you keep dropping more DD and more DD, more DD on it. Right. And then I jump in and I'm like, okay, he clearly believes this one's running.
Oh yeah, I have a high conviction in quite a couple plays right now. Matic's probably my top one though.
What's that at now?
I see that thing going to $10.
Nice.
Yeah, from it's like $2.12 right now.
That's awesome. I have some. I can't remember what I own it for though.
Yeah, their whole like network and their whole like backbone of what they're doing right now is just crazy.
That's always good.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think like the high, like I've started shifting so much more towards like going over like high conviction stuff, things that have like utility and stuff for the swing trades, like Solana too.
Yeah.
All the background stuff, but it's enough of my bullshit.
Looks like you're killing it though. So whatever you're doing is working.
Yeah, I honestly have the system down really well. I mean, I turned that, what was it, like $3 and almost $1,000 in a couple of weeks. That was pretty wild.
Oh, dude. Yeah, this market is amazing and deadly all at the same time. It's the only job I know where you can be ready to hang yourself because you just lost a lot of money, and then 10 minutes later, you're partying, going out for steaks because you're celebrating the money you just made.
So accurate.
But, so what I try to do is to minimize the losses. Don't we all, right? I say that like it's a secret.
Yeah.
I try to minimize because I like winning, but I hate losing twice as much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, CNTX is running. Not bad from our 595 entry.
I see it.
Not a bad 1 week swing. Hell yeah, I'm going to pull this up. Let's look at this.
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Then I'll have to...
Oh, this is really interesting, actually.
Interesting good or interesting bad?
No, interesting good is like there's a ton of upside potential still. I mean, this thing was what, $10, $11 a week ago?
Yeah. Yeah, 1085.
Yeah. It's got like a super long wick on the weekly that I like.
Oh wait, 1104. It looks like, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. So, Ted, have you ever met Nick? Have you guys
No.
talked before?
What's up, man?
He's actually Nick is my nephew, He's my
Oh,
twin
shit.
sister's, my wife's twin sister's son.
What a pleasure, man.
For
Nice to
saying that
meet you.
3 times fast.
Yeah, I know. I was like, am I saying this right? Tongue twister. But he is one of the best chart readers you will ever come across.
Wow.
Yeah, he's good.
I appreciate that. But yeah, it's very
Oh,
it's very
no
nice
problem,
to meet you,
man.
Teddy.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen you much in the group. Are you pretty new or
Yeah, I'm pretty new. Yeah.
nice? No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Love meeting new faces and whatnot.
Right.
He's actually been in the group for about a year. Don't let
Okay,
him fool you. He just doesn't comment. Like me and
gotcha.
Teddy talk quite a bit. We just do it on the side.
Nice.
But yeah, he's been.
1 year
I
is still
still
new,
remember.
though. You know, that's like.
Yeah.
That's true. I still remember the first training session that we were in, and I saw Teddy's profile or his video, and he had a microphone, like a studio style microphone in front of him. And I was like, oh, that dude's got to be cool. He makes music.
That's awesome.
Okay, I'm seeing, looks like we're going to hit $7. I think we could easily get back to 10 or 11 on this one. Let me take a peek at the order book.
CNTX, man.
Okay, looking at the ticker tape, 640 is a good number.
I see it definitely squeezing back to like 842. It's like fib stuff.
I don't know how the fib works, but it always does.
It's crazy how like accurate it is.
Dude, it is. And you know what? This is what I realized. The Fibonacci is just a mathematical equation that was created by Fibonacci.
Right.
And it shows that certain numbers, when they're seen together in a row, always total a specific number. And it's not a set number. All the numbers are always different. But it has something to do with 7, 8, and 9 numbers that are in a row. And whenever they're in a specific sequence, they always follow that sequence. And he used it and turned it into the Fibonacci cloud, Fibonacci, like research, stuff like that. And for some reason, it always works. And I'm always like, whoa, like, how does it do that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the foggiest clue how most of these like technical indicators work. I know mostly just how to use them.
You can't do it by
The
hand.
math behind them is crazy.
Dude, I can do most of the equations by hand because back in my day, we didn't have computers. No, it's because of that 3 months I was in bed after the hip replacement. I figured out how to calculate the options percentages, how to calculate the moving averages and stuff like that.
Yeah, options is the one thing that I still haven't yet like delved into. It's the next phase of what I'm going to get into. I've been seeing people crush it with options, especially you guys.
Oh, dude, options are so easy, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, you can get all technical and look at the Greeks, which I can read those. But really what it comes down to is, do you think the stock is going to hit a certain price by a certain period in time? That's
Right.
it. Man, I'm not seeing really any resistance on this, baby. She's going to break 7.
It's just going right now.
678. Okay, it's going to stall at 678. Okay, it's stalling. And bam, it just got blown out. And went back down. There we go. We got to get past 678 and it'll keep going. It'll hit 699.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those hundreds in the buy.
Ooh, 676 is the new resistance. Someone's trying to keep it from running. Then 690.
Yeah, 690 is what I'm looking at.
The big dogs are showing up. Then 697. Yeah, someone's trying to keep it from breaking 7. There must be some options that are going to expire tomorrow. That's actually, let me look. I'm like, I wish we could find out. Actually, we can.
Those are some big volume bars though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just went right through that.
Oh, no. They don't have any options available. We're at 714, 20.
Damn.
Once we cleared 699, she was gone. Dang.
Yeah, so that whole tight here, I'm gonna share. 1 second. But yeah, as we've been getting into like hotter markets, I've been trying to get better on breakout trading. That's been like the one thing that I've really been focusing my attention towards.
Nice. Oh man, it's already 3:00.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for work
Uh-oh.
soon.
Where'd everybody go? Yeah, I
What's
gotta
up? I'm
jump
still here.
because I gotta go meet my mother-in-law. Teddy, thank you for partnering with me, brother.
Yeah, man.
Nick, good to see you. And Crow, don't be a stranger. Uh-oh, I'm supposed to what?
Can we do this sometime after work, please?
When's that?
After yours or mine, because I don't get off until midnight.
Oh, geez. Like after 5, Eastern.
What is that? Like 3:00 Central?
That's like 4.
4 Central? I'm down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like I had to go in and out just to catch what you guys talking about. It's a lot of information. Thank you for doing it.
Yeah, man. We're gonna keep doing it, and all of this was recorded, by the way. It's gonna go on the channel. So if you have any, you were trying to remember what's going on or whatever, it'll be on the Dip Snipers channel. We'll just have this be a separate playlist, and we'll call it like market analysis or something like that, or we'll call it live trading or something. But I'll send the link and tell you guys, and we'll put it in a separate playlist for the Discord.
Yeah, definitely. And what I think we're going to do is start holding these calls once a day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Try to bring everybody up to speed and, get some training knowledge out there.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a really good idea.
That would be awesome. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us, man.
Well, it's been a little slow day. I don't know. Maybe the cold and raining weather kept my patient away, so I had some time.
Right.
Hey, whatever works, take full advantage of it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. I got to jump, but thank you, and hopefully it was detailed for you, and we'll continue to keep going over more information and show you how to keep trading simple and profitable.
Yes, sir.
Just for a point of reference, it doesn't matter like what the markets are like. You can always make money. From 5 years ago, January, I'm up 713,000%
Fuck.
in my portfolio.
That's crazy.
Everybody just had a heart attack.
Right.
So just keep plugging at it, and we can all get there.
Exactly.
That's the whole reason I started the Discord group about 2 years ago. Is I'm trying to show that you don't need a finance degree. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You can easily reading the basics.
Yep.
Hell, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I'm
good
like
stuff,
a squirrel. All right, Teddy, we
Yes,
will talk
sir.
later, brother.
Man. All right.
And thank you, everybody else. Thank
Good
you.
talking to you guys.
And-
Yeah, man.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
We'll see y'all later. Peace out.
See you around.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. That was a little call with my Discord. If you guys want to see more of that, please comment, like, subscribe, turn notifications on. We're going to be doing more stuff like that. We're going to be doing more market analysis. Stocks that are trading. If you guys want to see how we handled that ticker at the certain period of time, please comment, say, hey, can you look at this ticker or whatever, and we'll look at it, we'll analyze it, we'll talk about it. We'll love to do it, and hopefully we'll even do it live. We'll do live Discord calls and stuff like that on the YouTube. So it'll just be straight live on YouTube like you're watching TV. All right, take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching Dip Snipers. We'll see you next time. Peace.